What is up, y'all? Welcome to Solo Game Day here at Heavy Cardboard. Teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx. I am your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined live by y'all. So thanks for hanging out with me on this Tuesday. See, look at me learning what the days of the week are. Pandemic has played havoc with that. So welcome everybody watching live around the world as well as after the fact. Today we are bringing y'all, well, you're going to have to take my word for it. That's Roads and Boats. You guys can see it down there. It's a very, very large box. Designed by Joris Viersinger and Jeroen Douwman. Also published by their company, Splotter Spellen, also known as Splotter. So, should be a good time today. This is my first ever solo play of Roads and Boats. I've played Roads and Boats a number of times. It's been a while, but I refreshed myself with the knowledge of the game. Mechanically, it's a really, really simple game. This is Logistics, the board game. I have been told that FedEx, UPS, and DHL all use this as part of their entrance exams for being a delivery driver and just to work at those companies. Not really, I'm kidding. Just saying, this is Logistics, the board game. I've been saying that joke for 5 years. Hasn't gotten tired. 6 years, I haven't tired of it yet. Y'all may have, but I haven't, and ultimately that's what matters. It's my show, I can do that. By the way, I'm wearing a t-shirt today. I never wear a t-shirt on the show. If you guys watched the Weekly Look Ahead a few hours ago, you saw and you heard why. My eventual stepkids, I guess, my eventual kids, got me this for Father's Day, so belated happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Mine's filled with drama, but hopefully that'll get rectified in the next decade or so. So yeah, it should be a good time today. I'm looking forward to this. I hope y'all are as well. I'm going to do kind of a teach as we go / kind of teaching up front, but all the details are going to be within during the game because of the fact that you need to have context, and you're not going to have context until we get going in this game. Now, it is going to be an interactive game. If you're watching this after the fact, I apologize. There's going to be pauses while I wait for chat. So be it. But we're going to have fun today. That's what this is about. It's not sponsored. It's nothing like that. It's all about just showing the game off. And maybe some of y'all have set this up at home since I mentioned what board we are playing on today. So without further ado, if y'all are ready, I am ready. I also forgot one more thing. You know, the whole like, subscribe, support the show, pledgehc.com. You know what? Instead of begging for likes, subscriptions, and doing that, honestly, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, that's okay. It's a free world. Knock yourself out. I'm ready. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Here we go. Roads and Boats. All right. So before we go into what we're looking at, let's give an overview of it. All right. In Roads and Boats, each player builds up a civilization over a long period of time, like in many other games. Unlike most games, however, Roads and Boats is not about warfare, population growth, city, or state building. The emphasis instead is on logistics, or rather, on transport. Each player starts the game with 3 donkeys, a pile of wooden boards, a number of stones, and 2 geese. With these few resources, you try to build such diverse things as woodcutters, roads, wait for it, boats, mines, and of course, a stock exchange. Now, this next part doesn't really apply today, but beware. There's no concept of territory in this game. You cannot own land nor buildings, so the things you build can be used by any other player. Well, not in today's case, but you get the idea. The game can be played 1 to 5 players, lasts approximately 4 hours. I would say ours isn't going to go that long, but y'all know me at this point, so maybe it does. It goes how long it goes. All right. So, what is it you guys are looking at? Well, you are looking at Lake Solitude over here. Now, I realize that my blue marker, it's really hard to read what I've written up here. So, my apologies up there, but it is Lake Solitude, and it's from the 1 and 2 player scenario booklet that is available over on BGG. All right. Now, these were designed, or at least created, by Paul Humphreys. And yeah, so we're doing Lake Solitude here. The target total, 295 points. Good luck to me. Yeah, good luck. All right. Hence the goal, 295. There we go. All right. Now, I know that Scott over on Phasing Player recently did a playthrough of this with one of the stock maps that comes in the game. Now, this is from the official scenario book that comes with the game. Now, I'm playing, I believe this is the 3rd edition of this. I think there's a 4th edition recently, that the 20th anniversary edition, maybe it's the 5th edition, I don't know, that comes with Etc., which is the expansion. We are not playing with the expansion today. I have never once played this game in all the games I played of this with the expansion. Now, Scott recently did A River Runs Through It over on his channel, over on Phasing Player, so you guys can check that out if you want. But I figure since he did one of the stock ones, I would do one of the custom ones. I've never played it. We'll see how good or bad of an idea this was. So we shall see. All right. Now that all the prefacing has been done, all right, let's talk about what we're looking at. So we have the map. Now you can do a custom map, but ours is made up per the setup here. Our home territory is going to be this land, which is a pasture over here. The board itself is made up of multiple different types of terrain out here. All right, and I want to make sure that I get the official terms correct. So here we go. So we have pasture. Pasture are these color over here. There are desert. Now, desert are basically empty/dead landscapes, hence the D for desert, because I wasn't sure how close those would be to the pasture, so I put a D for the desert, and those cannot be built on except for roads until we reach a certain point in the game. So I just did that as a visual cue for myself as well as for y'all out there. We also have woods. These are trees, right? And we're going to be able to build certain things out there in the woods. We have the sea, which are these tiles out there. We have mountain tiles, which are these way over on the other side of the world from me. Then we have rocks there. And then we have river. Now the river is going to bisect these tiles, but more on that here in a little bit. But those are the different types of terrain that we have out here on the map itself. Then we have the Wonder Board. Now, this marker up here actually isn't used. This marker down here isn't used because it's solo. I am the first and only player. This is going to be for turn order, but turn order doesn't matter as it is. The game starts with 20 bricks already built up. I'm sorry, the first 4 rows built up of a non-player color. Obviously, I'm playing yellow. But so we have those just to fill up the wonder over here. And then we're going to be able to fill up the wonder as we go along. Now, the game in the solo game takes place over 20 turns. So I have these built up into 5 turn buckets, as you can see, with the 20th and final one being the splatter one, as you can see here. Then we have the turn tracker, and there are 4 phases within each turn. I will talk about that as we go along. Then we have the research. track over here. Now, these are the different types of research that we're going to be able to possibly create or, well, research or produce research as we go along throughout the game. Now, these will be covered up when they are unavailable at the beginning of the game, but I figure I would leave them open for you guys to see. Now, there are a number of other things out here that are off camera. First off, we have our monument or our wonder blocks that will be built over there. I have some additional tiles, although they're not going to be used here. I have those. Then I have a couple of player aids. Now, this player aid shows what the various things are in the game that we're going to be able to build, as you can see here, all right? And then off camera, I have all of those things in a Plano box, all right? And yeah, definitely recommend using one of these. All right, then last but not least, we have another player aid. Now this player aid was made by Sterling Babcock, who's over in the Denver area, does an excellent job. Now I'm going to be going over this as we go through the game. It looks highly chaotic, but it's actually laid out very, very well. And I think this is going to help as we go through the game. So I wanted to show this as well as this one as we go through the teach as well as through the actual game, which is going to take place out here. Then we have mines and other stuff that are off board. All right, cool. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and go through how we actually play a game of Roads and Boats. As I mentioned earlier, this is all about logistics, all right? The game takes place over in the solo game. I'm only going to talk about the solo game. This is actually identical to the multiplayer game with two different changes. One, turn order is not going to come into play, and number two, three things. The second is I'm going to be the only player building on the wonder other than the game marking what round it is. And the third thing is there is no conflict. I don't have to worry about anybody stealing my stuff out here. So building walls, I'm not going to talk about that because there's no point in building walls in a solo game. The important thing to note is the only thing you own are the things that are in your color. So donkeys, those are my donkeys. Nobody can steal my donkeys. But the geese, the resources, and all this stuff are free for any other player. Those are the only differences in this game, all right, between solo and a multiplayer game. All right, so the game takes place over 20 rounds. It's 33 rounds in a multiplayer game, but I digress. Each round takes place or has 4 different phases in it. There is a production phase or production phase here. Then there is a movement phase or transport phase, same. There is a building phase, and then there is wonder construction. Rinse and repeat that 20 times, and hopefully I will have scored 295 points, which I think is comically high. I'm just gonna try and do the best I can. All right, now, during Roads and Boats, all of these phases normally are going to take place simultaneously between all the players. Although at any point a player may say, hey, I want this to happen in turn order because there may be conflict. We don't need to worry about that, so we're going to just move past that. All right? All right. So let's go ahead and talk about what the 4 different phases are. So I think the best way to do this is actually to look at this board here. You know what? No, I lied. Before we even get to that point, we're going to look at this board here. And by board, I mean this printout here. These are the different goods that are going to be in the game. Now, I mentioned that the game takes place over 20 rounds. What is our goal? It's 295 points. How do we get points? We only get points from 4 different things in this game. We get points from gold. Each gold that we have is going to be worth 10 points at the end of the game. Each coin, now it's a little hard to see on the camera, but there are 3 little dark coins on there. All right, those are worth 40 points apiece, and a share of stock is worth 120 points each. In addition to that, every row that I have a brick on in this wonder is going to be worth 10 points as well. All right. So, 10 points apiece here, 10 points apiece here, 40 and 120 to get to 295. These are all the different goods that will be produced in the game. To be able to produce these goods, we need to be able to build these buildings. Now, these are going to be built during the building phase of the game. There are essentially 3 different types of buildings in this game, all right? We have primary producers. Primary producers are any buildings out here that have the circle in the background. So you'll see that this woodcutter is a primary primary building, whereas the sawmill does not have that circle in the background, ergo it is a secondary producer. The difference between a primary and a secondary is a primary will just produce 1 every round. Every production round, it just spits out wood. It's going to spit out trunks. Easy enough. 1 trunk every round that this exists. Same with the quarry, same with the clay pit, same with an oil rig. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, the difference between a primary and a secondary is the secondary, be it the sawmill, the stone factory, the paper mill, etc. These must have inputs in them, and they will spit out an output if they have an input up to a maximum each round. So there we go. And the third type is we have different types of factories for transport factories. These are how we're going to produce most of the transport things that are in this game. Now we start the game with donkeys, which are the basic types of transport, and all these others are going to require factories to be able to produce them, and that's going to be, it's all about logistics and efficiency, so we're going to want to build these as we go along. Maybe all of them, maybe only some of them. The game we'll see how it goes, all right? The last type of building that we have are mines. Now notice that there are not mines over here because mines are these little wooden pieces over here, but I'll talk about those as we go along. So we have the different things that we are going to produce via these types of buildings, be it primary, secondary, or transport factories, and those will turn into those pieces of wood. Okay, easy enough, right? Easy game. All right. So, as I mentioned, the game takes place over 4 phases. We have a production/reproduction, i.e. donkeys and geese may have babies, but produce here. Then we're going to move, then we're going to build, and then we're going to possibly build the wonder. All right, so the first thing that happens is production. Well, in production, this will not happen in the first round because you won't have built anything to be able to produce. But to be able to produce, let's take a look, and if I was smart, I would have put this underneath the plexiglass. The one nice thing about my table here, the Geek and Son table, the Virgo that I have, is it has this custom piece of plexiglass that goes over the whole table, so I can just write on it. However, this is not underneath. I didn't put it. My bad. The primary producers. To be able to produce, it requires 1 board. It turns into a woodcutter. It can only be built in the woods, and it will spit out a trunk or a wood. I will call that just a basic wood, a trunk. Easy enough, right? Whereas a quarry, it takes 2 planks to be able to build those, and then it must be built on a rock location, and it outputs stone, so on and so forth. Easy enough there, right? The secondary producer, remember, all of these up here are primary producers. They just spit out 1 of everything, whatever it is, every round. Secondary producers gotta have an input. So this sawmill, to be able to build it, requires 2 planks and a stone, and you can build a sawmill. The input is a trunk or wood, which is inputted, or which is produced by a woodcutter. So you put in an input, it spits out 2 planks up to a maximum of 6. Okay, easy enough, right? And so on and so forth, all the way down through the stock exchange, all right? Now you'll notice here that the wagon factory does not require anything other than regular inputs, just like all the others here. But once we reach the truck factory and coming on down from there, there are going to be some sort of prerequisites. Now, note that primary producers have a prerequisite of a certain type of terrain that they must be built on. Whereas secondary producers do not have any of those prerequisites of terrain, except one. That would be the raft factory. The raft factory must be done on shore, as does, well, anything that goes on the water, right? Rowboat factory and the steamer factory or the steamship factory. The wagon factory doesn't have that problem. But you'll also notice that the truck factory and the rowboat and steamer factory all have the word research down below all of them, right? Not only do these two need to be on the shore, the truck does not, obviously, because that's a land transport, but those have to have research. Research has to do with this track out here. More on that here in a moment. Producing, or to be able to build these things, primary producers, secondary producers, pretty self-explanatory at that point. Now, all of this area down here, all of this that you see there is for the and etc. expansion. We're not playing with that, so disregard all of that down there. Cool. Moving on. Production. You know what? I think anything else that we talk about over here is going to be probably a little bit of TMI at this point. It shows how much movement everything can do. It shows things that have babies as far as building the roads part and the wonder, but we're going to talk about all that here in a little bit as we go along. So here is our starting stuff. We start with a home space. Notice I did not say a home building. It is a home space. We start with 3 donkeys, 2 geese, a stone, and 5 planks. We start right here. All of that stuff is on that tile right there. All right? So without further ado, we need to turn this into 295 points by the end of the game. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? All right. Let me bring the camera up. Bring the chat up. There we go. And we already have it up there. We already have it up there. Cool. All right. Welcome, everybody. Cool. Let me grab some tea. By the way, a big thank you to Jess. One of my Father's Day gifts. This cup, it's not just a regular coffee cup. It has a little ceramic lid so it stays hot, which is awesome during these teaches. So there's that. And in addition to that, it has a built-in little steeper, but it has super fine mesh. So for you fellow tea drinkers out there, instead of all that stuff falling to the bottom because the mesh is too big, this is amazing. So well done, J-Rex. Thank you, baby. Formosa Amber. Oh, that is so good. Ah, awesome. All right. Oh, that is good. Sorry. Again, we're here to have fun. I'm having fun with this as well today. All right. So production. Here we go. Produce. Done. However, let's go ahead and talk about reproduction. All right. There are 2 animals in this game. There are donkeys and there are geese. If there are exactly 2 donkeys, not a minimum of 2 donkeys, but exactly 2 donkeys, or there are exactly 2 geese, and there is nothing else on a pasture hex, and I do mean nothing. The exception to that is the home marker. If there is nothing else there, they will have a baby. If there are 3 donkeys, they won't have a baby. If there are multiple geese, more than 2, they won't have a baby. Okay? They are extraordinarily shy animals. So if there are buildings, if there are resources, if there are anything, they will not have a baby. 2 of a kind, on a pasture, and that's it. All right? Okay, good. All right, so production. Done. Nobody's having babies. Cool. By the way, I wrote a W here for the wonder phase to remind us that stuff must come from the wonder or must come from our home location during the wonder phase. That's why the W is written on there. Okay? All right, let's go into movement. All right, let's go and talk about movement. Hey there, donkey. So donkeys have a movement of 1. They are the only transport that can move not on roads, other than obviously water transport, okay? So if donkeys are on roads, they can move 2 spaces, but there are no roads to begin with. So donkeys can move 1 space. What does that mean? They may move from this location to there or to there, or not move, up to me, okay? In addition to that, each donkey can carry a maximum of 2 resources, 2 goods, all right? So there we go, all right? I did not, Scott mentioned that mines work differently, but I'm going to talk about that once I build a mine. So I figure, there you go. All right, cool. All right, so each donkey can transport up to 2 things on their back to a location that they're going, okay? Or they can pick up or drop off along the way, et cetera, et cetera. So easy enough, all right? Obviously, water transports do not need roads. They need water or up the river. All right, easy enough. So we're in the transport phase. Well, before we move into, before we do anything in the transport phase, we probably ought to talk about the building phase. The 2 most important things, per the little hints on strategy here, says you have to build a sawmill and a woodcutter using your starting resources. There are just enough resources to do so. If you squander your boards on other buildings, you'll be out of the game. So we need a sawmill and a woodcutter. Okay. So we need a sawmill and a woodcutter. So a woodcutter, let's back up. Each space may have a total of 1 building on it. 1 hex, 1 building per hex. Note, I did not call this a building. This is your home location. So all that means is that's where the wonder stuff will come from, and it's where we start. Otherwise, we can build 1 building in that pasture. 1 building, 1 building. Even though we must pick a side when we build on a river, 1 building, et cetera, et cetera. We cannot build in the desert until later on. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. All right, so 1 building per hex. We need a woodcutter, which must be built in woods. Well, to be able to build a woodcutter, it requires a plank. I'm on the wrong screen. Let's try that. There we go. So a woodcutter requires 1 plank. Must be built in the woods. It outputs logs or trunks or wood, whatever you want to call that, okay? We also want to build a sawmill. To be able to build a sawmill, we need to have 2 planks, a stone. It can be built anywhere, obviously not in the water. It has an input here of 1 trunk, and it spits out 2 planks. All right. So we're going to want to get these going. Now, I have not played this map yet, but I'm reading along here now. Suggestion-wise, I'm reading what the Peanut Gallery is writing. Let's see. Yeah, Scott says the lack of nearby stone on this map means it's going to be clay pit time because stone is way over here, okay? And the mines are going to be way over there. It's not an easy map, I will say that. And I don't know if the map's been play tested, but we're just going to have some fun with this, all right? We need to build, Anson says, raft and rowboat as quickly as possible, all right? Probably don't need wagons. It's going to be hard to have baby geese because they must be in a pasture. So here, here, or here by themselves, correct? And Anson says maybe, what is it? A quarry, let's see, a quarry, goose, and sawmill. Possibly there for the river hexes. That is entirely, and then here maybe a paper mill. That's actually a pretty strong idea to start with. All right, so we need to go ahead and build a woodcutter. All right, so I'm thinking we're going to build a sawmill here, and I think we're going to build a woodcutter up there. So to be able to build the woodcutter, we need one plank. Okay, so one donkey is going to move there. The donkey can take up to 2 things with it. Well, it's going to go ahead and take both of these planks on its back like so. Boom, done. Okay? All right. All right. So that is done. Once a transport has moved for that turn, it can only move once per turn. Okay. Next, I think we need to not worry about donkeys having babies. So I think we are going to load up another donkey and go ahead and move this donkey over to there. I don't really need to worry about too much having them on the transports since nobody can steal my stuff. Normally in a multiplayer game, if it's on your transport, it's safe from being stolen by another player. If it's on a tile, it's free game. All right? All right. The last donkey. Well, donkeys are not asexual. They cannot breed by themselves. So we need, for a woodcutter, we need one of these planks, which is going to be there. And then, we actually, now that I think about this, we could have that goose have a baby by its, have a third goose. That might not be a bad idea. So let's see. Because what I'm looking at is the woodcutter is going to take this. The sawmill is going to require 2 planks and a stone. So 2 planks and a stone to move them over to there to build the sawmill. If I move the now, one other thing when we get to building, you're going to know or note is there must be a transport there in the location to be able to build as well, which there already is. So you know what? Do I go ahead and move this donkey down here, taking those with him? Because now the geese will have a baby. Now, geese can always follow transports. They'll just waddle behind whatever transport you want them to waddle behind. Okay? But it's always by choice. You do not have to have them waddle behind. So I'm wondering if we do something like that. But the problem is, this here, if I make a woodcutter here, it's going to just spit out a bunch of wood. However, it's just going to be by itself, but if I, But then again, if I do that, if we're talking about doing a quarry here, then I'm going to need those 2 planks to build a quarry there. So maybe instead I move them up here and I don't worry about that. So I focus more on the top half of the map. You know what? I like that idea better. So he's going to move over there and take those 2 there like so. All right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think going south makes a lot of sense. I think that's the best way to do that, right? So now the other question that we need to think about. Oh, see, hold on. If we were to go south and we go ahead and start producing, build a woodcutter here and start producing trunks. If we were to produce trunks there, that could be our input strictly for the Wonder. Because as it is right now, when we build the Wonder is going to require 2 resources here at home. Now we could, just... No, I think I don't need the wonder as early. I think we need to focus more on getting the quarry going first. I think is probably the right call. So there we go. I am done with transport. I have chosen to leave the geese behind. Now, remember, geese are goods, okay? The reason I point that out, in a solo game, doesn't matter. But in a multiplayer game, geese are goods. So therefore, somebody could come in and pick up the geese. And now geese can go onto transports or they can follow behind transports, either or. But they're goods, so they will do that. They are player agnostic, so they will follow other players. Again, in a solo game, doesn't matter. But there you go, all right? Joshua, if you did all that, why did you start with your house where it is? Because that's where the game says it starts, is right there, all right? All right. Yeah, realistically, this would probably be an hour to maybe a 2-hour game if I weren't streaming this. So there we go. We are done with transport. Now we're going to go into the building phase. Okay, to be able to build something, it requires 2 things to build. Number 1, you must have the resource or the good. I use resource and good interchangeably. It's the same word or same meaning in this case. You must have the resources or goods, whatever, on the applicable tile to be able to build. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2 is you must have a minimum of 1 transport there to be able to build. Any kind of transport that is applicable, okay? If it's on a land tile, it must be a land transport unless there is a water transport that is docked on that. Now, we have not talked about that because honestly, until we get into water transports, I don't think we need to do so. So we have at least 1 transport, good, and we want to build a woodcutter. It must be on woods, checks out, and it costs us 1 plank. Awesome. So we are going to discard 1 plank here out of the game or into the supply, whatever, again, the Plano, or I'm just going to have a little supply in front of me. And we're going to go ahead and grab a woodcutter. A woodcutter is a primary producer, so this is going to produce 1 of whatever is in that circle every round. So we're going to grab 1 of these guys, and boom, we have established that is going to be our 1 building in that location. Done. Okay, we cannot build anything else. Why? Because we have already built something on that. And there are no other places. All my transports are in that spot. So we are done with building. Now we go into the wonder phase. Oh, I wonder, wonder. Who wrote the... Yeah, my bad. Hey, I'm by myself. Deal with it. There is 1 little question that I wasn't 100% clear on, and I'm sure you guys will chime in on this. The wonder phase. Here. To be able to build into the wonder, you may, if you wish, discard an infinite number of resources from your home space, hence why I wrote the little W there, to be able to build bricks onto the wonder. Now, in a multiplayer game, at the end of the, whenever a brick is placed onto that space, that triggers the end of the 2-player game, 3-player, 4, 5, 6. The end of the solo game is 20 rounds, the end. Okay, so the wonder phase is in turn order. So in this case, player 1, that's me. We already have the first 4 rows already built up. But it costs to build a first brick requires 1 resource. A second brick requires 2 more resources. A third brick requires 3 more resources, etc. You must always build bottom left, going left to right, and fill in the bottom left space that's available. Okay? All right. So, with that said, and I want to make sure that I am crystal clear on this, okay? Yes. Once the first 4 rows have been built, every other brick starting on this space, including this space. Now to be able to build a brick in the Wonder, the first brick in a Wonder requires 2 resources. The second one requires 3 resources. The fourth one in a turn requires 5 resources. One more than the number of bricks. So to build 1 brick, it requires 2 goods. To build 2 bricks requires 5 goods, etc. So starting with that first space, so the first 4 rows are already built. So it would require me to build or to discard 2 resources, for 2 goods from here to be able to build a brick. Now I can do that because remember, geese are goods, unlike fish, our friends, not food. So geese are goods, so I could, or I could wait until reproduction and let them have a baby. That's what we're going to do, all right? So what I was double checking is once this brick is built or once the first 4 rows, and it's once the first 4 rows. So I could discard 2 bricks to be able to build a Wonder brick. I choose not to. So therefore, at the end, once all the players in turn order have chosen to build whatever number of bricks they wish to build, again, they build here, 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 then here, here, here. And excuse me, there's no limit to the number of bricks you can build other than the number of resources you wish to discard from your home area. So once that is done, the game then will build 1 brick here and done. And Robert brings up let me double check. It's not that I trust but verify, right? Yes, you must, just like in building a building here, you must also have a transport at your home location to be able to build the Wonder. So building is consistent, whether it's here during the building phase or whether it's during the Wonder phase, there must be a transport present. So thank you, Robert and Classic Dan, as opposed to the New Wave Dan, who lies. Classic Dan does not, though. All right, so the game is built. After all players have built, the game will build 1 brick. And this will be the number of colored bricks on a row does not matter. Each row is worth 10 points if you have a brick on there. In a solo game, it's only me. The game does not, these are neutral bricks, those don't count. So therefore, if I have a brick in a given row, that's going to be worth 10 points. In a 2-player game, or in multiplayer game, if multiple players have bricks on there, it's going to be divided by number of bricks and divided by number of players, but I don't need to worry about that. Simply put, if I have a brick, it's going to be worth 10 points. All right? Yes, you want to build a Wonder brick, the 5th on the first row to maximize the score. Yeah, all right, good. All right, so we don't need to worry about that. Round 1 is done, and now production/reproduction, and it does not matter what order in which you do this, okay? So we can take a look at this, and we can look here on the woodcutter says produces trunks in woods only. So it's going to produce, the trunks are produced by woodcutters. Or if you prefer, hey, woodcutter is a primary producer. It produces a trunk. So either way you want to look at it, either way, we're going to go ahead and grab a trunk, and we're going to put it on top to show that it is produced this round. Easy enough. That is not all of our production. Why? Because our very shy geese, everybody, if you would please take a moment, look away from your screen. All right, hey, look at that. They have the geese, because they are very private geese, they now have had a baby because there is nothing else on there. Again, the home doesn't count, right? Boom. Congratulations. We have a baby goose. All right? Yay. Production's done. That produced. Done. Now we transport. So move, right? Okay. We have already done here. We have already established now that we want to build a sawmill next, right? So, to be able to build a sawmill, we need 2 planks and a stone. But it also needs an input of that. Okay, so we need 2 planks, a stone, and a log. Okay. 2 planks. There we go. Notice staying on the top part of the tile. Why? Because a river runs through it. So, you know, is that Brad Pitt, right? I think he's in that, right? Anyway, I cannot cross this river. Why? Because I haven't built a bridge yet. So apparently there's no love. Builds bridges. So there we go. He has moved there. Now, we also said we need a stone, but we also need a log to be able to have an input. We don't have to, but we would like to, so it kind of makes sense. So this donkey, come here, donkey, can load up, can carry up to 2 things. So he is going to move over to there. Easy enough. Now this donkey, just chilling. What is he going to do? You know what? We also said we are going to want to build a quarry, correct? So a quarry requires 2 planks. So where are we going to build the quarry? We're thinking about building a quarry. Check that. A quarry right here. He's got to get there. Done. Now, the geese cannot follow. Why? Because the donkeys were here. The geese are here. They have to have been there to follow. Okay. So geese don't move by themselves. They must either be loaded onto a transport or follow a transport. So in other words, there are 3 geese here. You know what they're not going to do? Have an audience. They are not going to have menage a geese. Menage a goose? You get the idea. All right? Anson brings up a fair point to where what we could do is instead of moving this donkey there, we could move him back. You know, well, he could leave those there, right? And come here to be able to pick up a goose. Or we could pick up one of the planks and bring it with us, and then we could actually, ooh, that might not be a bad idea. To be able to build a wonder brick at the end of this turn. That's actually not a terrible idea, but do I want a quarry going? To be able to get stone. Because, okay, let's look at this. Ultimately, we want to get to a stock exchange, right? Stock exchange, it only requires 3 stone to build it. That's great. And a certificate is 120 points. But it requires coins and paper. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. It requires, coins and paper. Well, how do we build coins and paper? Well, we build we get coins from a mint. So we're going to have to build a mint. And then we're going to need paper, which is going to need some sort of wood input there to be able to build that. So the paper mill, okay, I see a direct line there to be able to build the paper. But to be able to build the mint is going to require coal and coins. Well, how do we get it requires gold and coal. Well, how do we get gold? Well, to be able to get gold, we need to be able to have a mine. To be able to build a mine, we got to get to a mountain. Okay, so that's where we're going to get gold from. Okay, and then coal. Coal is going to be, or fuel, I should say. Coal, fuel, whatever. The input or the output for that is either going to be a coal burner, which does that, or an oil rig out at sea to be able to do that. All right? So, there we go. All right. Yeah, I think Anson brings up a good point that probably what we're going to want to do is have him carry one of those back. And that way we can have a contribute to the wonder. So I think that's probably a good idea. All right? And you're welcome, Rocky, for the Shrek reference. I mean, of course that was going to happen. All right? All right. So now, build. Well, in the pasture, we can't build here, but here we've already talked about what we're going to build, which is going to be a sawmill. A sawmill requires 2 planks and a stone. Okay. 2 planks and a stone. So that gives us a sawmill. All right, produces boards out of trunks. Okay, awesome. So we grab a sawmill, and a sawmill is going to be on the north side of the river for now. Okay, easy enough. So we're done building. That's it. Okay, cool, good, good. All right, so this is here. They are there. This is here. If it's just off board right there from that, you get the idea. All right. Wonder. Oh, I wonder. We have a transport. We have a goose, which is a good, and we have a board, which is a good. Remember, geese are goods. So we got to have 2. We do. We have to have a transport. They got to be in our home. Remember the little wonder there. So these go away, and hey, that required 2. If I wanted to build another, it would require 3 more. That's expensive. We're not, so we're done. End of round 2. But now, guarantees us 10 points. 285 to go. So you know what? Actually, I'm curious, does black show up any better? Yep, there we go. There's 10 points booked up. Woo! We are on the board. We going sizzler. All right. Produce or reproduce. All right. So we'll start with all the primary producers. So what do those produce? Again, produces a trunk, or if you prefer, produces a trunk. There, here we go. Okay. That goes on there. We know that as produced. Now, let's go ahead and look at a secondary producer. Well, secondary producer is a sawmill. It requires an input. If there is an input on a transport or on the tile itself, if I wish to, it will have an output of 2 boards to a maximum of a total of 6. Well, it does have an input, so it's going to produce 2 boards if I wanted to. I do. So that will go away, and that has produced 2 boards. Putting that on top. And if you will give me just a moment. Oops. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Actually was prepared. There we go. All right, so now, what about the geese? Well, they're not by themselves. Donkey is kind of curious about the geese, even if he's not curious. I mean, he's on the other side of the house. He's just minding his own business, grazing in the pasture. But the geese are like, nope, not enough privacy. Sorry, we're not going to have a baby. All right, we're done. Transport. All right, so now we have covered that we want a quarry. Now, here, see, I am not perfect. If you look at the quarry here, the quarry requires 2 planks. We just produced 2 planks. Got to get to rocks. Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab a donkey and load them up with those, and let's go do that. So those 2 that just produced, just got the damn tweezers. 1 there and 1 there on the bank of donkey. All right. Okay. So that is done. So this one here, we'll do it like this. He's produced, we'll stand him, or he has moved, so he's done. So now, what else can we do? Oh, you guys might be wondering, Well, we have done nothing of the namesake of the game, which is roads and boats, right? Why? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that. If you look over here, well, boats, we've already covered. You got to build these in certain places, whatever. But roads and bridges, ignore walls, demolish walls, and all that. We don't need to worry about that for this game because solo. But roads and bridges require a stone, okay? And then you just build a road or a bridge. Well, I don't have any stone. Why? Because I just used the stone to build a sawmill. So to be able to get stone, I'm going to have to go over here to a quarry, which will produce stone. So I got to make a quarry. So I'm kind of hamstrung a little bit early going. So no roads for right now. All right. So he is gone. Now the donkey over here. What do we want to do with the donkey? So this donkey, we have 2 donkeys, right? So the question is, what do we want to do here? I think this donkey is going to come over there and pick up, well, I think he'll stay there. I think this donkey will come over there and pick up, just use the name, there we go. He'll pick that up there. He's done. And then, I forgot, there is this. So this donkey will come over here and pick that bad boy up. Why? Because he's going to come back there to be able to produce more planks. This donkey is going to come over here to be able to move down here to get the woodcutter so that we have stuff for the wonder going, generating over here. All right? I think that's how we're going to do this for this turn. So technically everybody has moved and we are DUN done with transport. Build. All right. Well, done. The reason we are done is we are on a pasture, right? We have 2 planks. We could build a stone factory because we have 2 planks, and it does not matter where a stone factory is built. However, we got to have clay. To be able to get clay, you got to get a clay pit, which requires 3 planks, and that can only be done on a shore. Now, technically, these are shores, right? Because there's water there. However, we're going to stay on target. We're going to move this over to build stone there. All right? I think so. I think that's what we're going to do. So therefore, we're not building there. We can't build anything here because it already has a building there. Done. Oh, I wonder. Whoop. DUN done. Why? Because I don't have anything here. I don't have a transport. Done. Okay. Anson says this is going to be too slow, but one thing I need to look up. Hold on 1 second. Huh. What I was looking at, goods also and buildings also impact the reproduction of animals. Oh, see, I'm forgetting that he can come back and have a baby there. Oh, I forgot that, didn't I? So, you know what? Let me back up one little thing. So I have these in this location. This guy is definitely going to come up there. This guy, however, is not going to transport any goods. Well, no, wait. No, I think I'm okay with this. No, I'm sticking with what I planned. It's going to be one-on-one. One-on-one. Yeah, I am doing that. Done. All right. Production. So, primary producers. There. No secondary because there's no input there. Geese. They are by themselves. We got a baby goose. We're done with production. And now move. This donkey is going to come over here to be able to build the quarry. Then this donkey is going to bring both of those over, and he's going to go there, and he's going to drop those off. Leave them on him, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then this plank is going to come back here, and he'll drop that off. Done. All right. Done. So that is all our that's all our moving. And now build. Well, so building, to be able to do a quarry, it needs to be on rock, 2 planks, and it is going to build a quarry, which is going to output, it's a primary, so every round it's going to spit out a stone. Okay? All right. So, coming over here, we now have a quarry, produces stones on rocks only. Well, it's got to be on the north side, so those will go away. Donkey has done his job. And so that is built. Not building anything else. I cannot. Easy enough? Yeah? Good. Wonder. I elect not to. I can, but I elect not to. So, therefore, there we go. Done. Next round. Produce/reproduce. So, we have going left to right. We have a stone there. We have a trunk there. And then, for the first time, a sawmill has multiple of these. Its maximum output is going to be 6. So in other words, if I put in 2, I'm going to get 4 planks. Okay, so 4 planks. That seems like a good idea. So that's going to be 4 planks for those 2 there. Good enough. That works. It's efficient, I think. All right, so produced, produced, produced. And now, no babies because shy. All right? Now all I have is, if I ever fall in love by shy, stuck in my head. R&B, kid of the 80s and 90s. Come on. That was good, right? I think so. I'm happy with it, if nothing else. All right, so we're going to transport. Well, now we need to, think about this. You are allowed a maximum of 8 transports per player, I believe it is, right? Let me double check. Yeah, you're allowed 8 transports. Only 5 can be water or 5 can be land. Right now I have 3. Now here's the thing. Baby animals are shy, as I mentioned. Shy. Goods will also, things have to be just perfect. They are very romantic and they're very shy. All right? So therefore, I could move this donkey here and this donkey here by themselves to have a baby, which gives me a 4th transport, which I think is more important than moving goods this turn with these guys. I think so. However, so another thing. We have stone, we have planks, and we have trunks. So let's look at this. So, to be able to get, say, trying to think, to get a mine going, right? Because we're going to need mine to be able to build, or to be able to have an input for the mint. To be able to get a mine, we need 1 stone and 3 planks. So it's either going to be 2 donkeys, or we're going to need to be able to get a wagon going, possibly a truck. Okay? But we can't do that until we start having roads. Roads require stone. So that may be what we do with stone to begin with, is build roads so it's more efficient. Or we forego getting any kind of real road network going, and then we look at rafts. Rafts can travel via river and sea, which everything is going to be connected up through here via those things, whereas a raft can move 3, which is as good as a wagon, and I think that's probably going to be more efficient. So we may not be building much by way of roads. And to be able to build wagons, it does not require any kind of research. Notice here it does not say research. And to be able to build a wagon factory, we need a stone and 2 planks. So we're in pretty good shape there. The input is we get rid of a donkey and 2 planks, but we get a wagon out of it. So that's pretty good, okay? So the question is, what are we focused on right now? The stone we don't need, I think we've established we don't need for roads. So it's going to be more of a just boats game instead of a roads and boats game. So therefore, the stone we already have for a raft, and we need 1 plank to be able to build it down on the shore. Now, down on the shore, meaning here, here, or basically everything is a shore in this game. I just realized that. And remember, you can only have 1 building per. So we have gold. So we have, let me try and think about this. So this is just for later on. So I'm going to have a mine there, which is going to produce iron / gold. Then, if I were to build, say, an oil rig, indulge me here for a moment, because I need to be able to work backwards on this. Where is, oh, there it is. If I were to build an oil rig there, so the oil rig is going to spit out coal or fuel. Then I need the fuel from here, and I need the gold from here to be able to be an input into a mint. A mint could go there or there. And I think it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. If I were to build a mint here, then I would need a stock exchange somewhere else. And the paper mill, so I think we do raft here, gold there. Do we do paper mill and mint? And then we have, like down here, we have the stock market, I think. Maybe the stock market somewhere over here, because these will turn into pastures when we get to that point. I think that's what we're going to do. But I think the most important thing is going to be to get the raft factory going. But here's the trick. If I leave this to have babies, right, for the donkeys, I think I only use it for 2 turns, and then I turn that into a raft. Because if I have it here, then the raft spits out either here, here, or here, and I want it closer to the river. So I think I turn that into the raft factory. I think. We'll see. So that's where those, I think, are going to go. All right. So what is it we're trying to do? The hell are we trying to do right now? Now that I worked through all that and I figured out where things are going to go, what am I doing? Do I get the mine going here? Because the raft factory is going to be one of these and one of these there. So I think we just leave it for now. Because we are in the moving, right? Oh, God. Well, that's going to go there and that's going to go there to have a baby. I think so, because that's going to be one of the things that I need. The question is, what do we do with this donkey? We don't need a wonder right away, right? Because we have plenty of turns to be able to work on that. So I think, yeah. Donkey is going to come down here and have that with him. And then one of the geese, she's going to follow along. Now I could load him on, but it's cooler. Hold on. Sorry. The goose waddles behind. There we go. Okay. Ooh, hold on. So we didn't talk about what's going to be here, though, have we? Huh. Why do I need to build a bridge for the raft factory? You know what? Actually, he should bring that. So he can build the bridge there. Yeah, I think so. Because that's going to spit out the stone that I need. Yeah, that works out. Okay, so he's going to have brought that. So there you go. That's all the movement for this turn. And now we are going to build. So build. What are we building? Well, it's going to make a good. Yeah, no, we're okay. Yeah, I like this actually. So we're going to go ahead and build a woodcutter down in the southeast forest down here. So that's going to produce there. Okay. So we have a transport and we have a plank. So that's going to become a woodcutter. How much wood would a woodcutter cut if a woodcutter could cut wood? Reproduce is here, Robert. Yeah. So built there, done. The only other place we can build is there with the stone. Now the stone, we could either build a road or we could build a bridge. We can build it just to build it, but I don't know. I haven't figured out what the hell we're going to build here. We need to use that brick, or that stone, I'm sorry. We need to be able to use that stone. So it's going to be a road or a bridge to be able to get across that river to this side, which gives us access to that. And I think that actually makes more sense. I see that now. So we will go ahead and build a bridge. So we will go. That's a pretty good bridge, right? I think so. Oh, hold on. there's one other thing I forgot. With roads, donkeys can move 2 spaces. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to build a road, actually. So the question is, where do we build that road? We can build it from the center here to the center there or the center there. And I think getting back and forth here to be able to start with, I could make the case either way because he can't go 1, 2 if there's no road for the whole thing. So from the center space, we're going to go a winding road down to there and there. There we go. So we have a road, actually. In hindsight, I think that makes more sense. Forgot about being able to. So now you go 1, 2 on a single move. Okay? There we go. Yeah. Cool. Done. So that is building. Wonder. Nope. We are a quarter of the way through the game. Produce/reproduce. So here we go. We're going to get a stone for that. Get that off of there because that hasn't produced yet. Donkeys by themselves. Hey, hey. Donkey. On the north side. Not on the south. We still don't have access to the south side. Okay. So done, done. No input, done. Here. Got another trunk. Hey! Let's get a goose. There we go. And here, hey, we have another input or another auto produce. There we go. That is everything that is produced. All right. So now that they have produced, I'm going to take these off so I do not forget that later on. There we go. All right, so now we are in movement. One other thing I need to double check. Yeah. Resources or goods can only move once per turn. So let me give you an example of something that I cannot do that I was just looking up. What I was looking up is, can one of the donkeys go 1, pick up a couple of these planks, 2, because they're allowed a movement of 2. Movement of 2 with a road, right? And there's a road now. So 1, 2, and then one of the donkeys that haven't moved to grab the wood, the planks that were on that donkey and then move them 1. You cannot do that because they are only allowed to move once. Yeah, once. They can only move on a transport once per round, I think is a good way to word that, I think. All right, so we are on movement. So this donkey is going to come up here, bring that, so there. The goose is not going to follow along. Goose is going to just, I don't think the goose is going to follow along. If the goose follows along, I could wipe out both of the geese. Nope, I don't want that. No, goose is not going to follow along. That donkey is done, okay? So to be able, so for the raft factory, you need 2 logs, right? Trunks. 2 trunks. So I need a plank. The question is, do I have one more donkey? I think I have one more donkey. I think so. Before I build the raft factory, there. The raft factory, I need a plank and a stone. So, this donkey is going to come over here and pick up that stone. Yeah, it wasn't going to work. So, they've moved. If I have one more donkey, and then I don't worry about having any more donkeys because I don't need to worry about a wagon factory. We're just going to do the rafts. I think so. Oh, actually, that makes a lot more sense. All right, yeah. Slight mulligan. Fair point. Fair point. It did matter which direction I built the road. Because stone is what builds, right? So, all right, fine. Slight mulligan. So we're going to build the road there. Because then what I'm going to be able to do with this donkey is go 1, pick that up, 2, and then build the road going the other direction. Yeah, good call, Robert. Yeah. I like that. So this donkey is moved. This donkey then will move over to there. And the other one's just going to hang out and have a baby. Yep. I like that. Way better. Good call. That saves us an entire turn. Good call. So now we're going to go ahead and build. The only thing being built this turn is another road. And that road is going to be there to there. Using that stone. Good call. There we go. Nothing else is getting built this turn. The wonder, 2 things. So we will get a goose. And there, from our home, that's another 10 points. And end of the round. So, there we go. All right. Good. Produce/reproduce. So here we go. We get a stone on that. We get another donkey there. Nothing here. We get another trunk there. No, because there is a donkey there, so they're too shy. But here, yes. There we go. So that's it for production. Move. All right, we're done making donkeys. So now, this is going to become the raft factory. All right. Hey, Martha. So, to be able to build a raft factory, we need a plank and a stone. And it has to have an input of 2 logs. Okay. So, a plank and a stone and 2 logs ideally, right? All right. So, a plank, let's see. In a perfect world, I would have one more road right there, but alas, not yet. Well, I mean, the obvious thing is donkey is going to go boop, boop, back, and he's going to bring that with him. This donkey is going to go boop, boop, and bring at least one, probably two with him. So he's done. This donkey is just going to keep doing this. I think that's all his job is to go there. I think. Unless somebody can come up with a better idea on what to do over on that side. So I still have two more donkeys. This donkey is going to come over here, and he's going to grab two of those to be able to come over to the raft factory in 2 turns. Ugh. Yuck. Is what it is. I think that's what we have to do. So what do we do with the other donkey there? Oh, you know what? Oh, I know what we do, I think. We need a mine, right? And it's going to require 3 planks and a stone. So that donkey is going to come over. Oops. That donkey is going to come 1, 2, and bring those last 2 planks with him over there. All right, that's all my transport for this turn. All right. Yep, exactly. Anson and I are of the same mind there. All right, so we're done there. Now, build. Are we building anything? We are building something. We are building our raft factory. So a raft factory, right here, must be on a shore. That's it. So it requires a plank and a stone. Okay, so we're going to get a raft factory. A raft factory looks a lot like this. We're probably not going to use more than one. So, and this will be right there on the river because it's either shore, right? Doesn't matter. So there we go. So it's going to be a stone and a plank goes away. Okay. So no, done. That's it for building. A wonder. Nope. New round. Production. Here we go. There. Obviously, no babies here. We're not producing a raft. The reason we're not producing a raft is it requires 2 logs, not 2 planks. Okay? Nope, no input. This does produce. Have another baby goose. And another log. There we go. All right. Time to move. All right. So now for the mine, we have to have 2 donkeys. So the donkeys, 2 are going to carry planks, or one's going to carry 2 planks and one's going to carry a plank and a stone. And we got to get to the mountain, okay? Yonder. So, donkey number 1 is going to carry one of the planks, and he's going to pick up the stone. Done. Another donkey is going to move over there, and he's going to put on, got the damn tweezers, I keep forgetting. There. So that's done. This donkey is going to move here, and he's going to carry those to be able to build a raft next turn. So if it has something on them, they've moved this turn. Now, again, this donkey cannot pick up those two because those have already moved this turn. So this other donkey now is, I think, going to move here. I think, no, he's going to move here. So he's done. So I'm looking at this stuff here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm one short to be able to build 2. I guess he just, does he, if he moves here, grabs the goose next turn there. Yeah, I guess so. I guess he will move there. Okay. I still have them. I thought the tweezers. So that's it for movement. Build. No, 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 no. All right, we're done. Wonder. No. Done. New round. Produce. We have a stone. No raft still. We need to get the raft going. As tempting as that is to turn that into planks. We're not going to. I really want to be able to do that, but no. So we're not going to produce there. We will produce another log there. No geese. We do produce another log there. I actually need some more. Trunks, technically. There we go. Done. So done. Done and done. All right. I could eventually, so Lars asked, can I send these geese down here to start having baby goose, right? Or baby geese. Not yet, because these are deserts, and not until we reach that do they turn into pasture, and I'll erase those and just write a big P on them. Eventually, yes, but as it is right now, no. And that's if we get to that point. We may not, okay? Oh, you know what? No, that just produced, so we're done. I wonder if... No, stay on target. Move. They're going to move there with those. He's going to move there with those. He is going to move there. For there. And then he is going to move there. All of them have moved. He's going to go, and the goose is going to waddle along and follow him down. Everyone's moved. Build. No, because they need to get to the mountain. No. Yes. Sorry, I lied. That is produce, not build. So no, 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 no. All right, we're done. Wonder. Nope. It doesn't feel like I'm being uber efficient. I'll buy that, okay? I appreciate that piece of the action. Says, thank you for all you do, Edward. Can't imagine running a stream while playing a brain burner like this. It's why I suck at most games. It's a lot to take on, but I appreciate it. Peter asks, have I seen this month's Roads and Boats solo challenge on BGG? I have. I was actually going to do that today, but it included etc. And I haven't done that. And I thought I would do just the base game. Now I realize the new 20th edition, 20th anniversary edition comes with etc., but not everybody has that. So I thought I would start with just the base game one. All right. Does it make sense to build at the quarry a road or a bridge? Like right here. Maybe, but it would have slowed down building the mine one turn. So I don't know. That's the thing. I am not positive on this stuff. I'm not saying that I am playing perfectly on this. Oh, wait a minute. They were here, weren't they? Hold on one second. Back up. These guys were actually on this space, so they could have built using that stone. Yes, in that case, yes, 100%. They will have used this stone. I just forgot. My bad. Yeah. So the question now is, I think we build a road that way. It's more efficient, better than it. Yeah. So that's what they would have done with that stone that was there. Built a road there. Cool. Good call. Yes, that is a no-brainer then. Okay. Or he could have dropped those off and moved it there, right? That's a good point. I forgot about that. So he was here. He could go 1 to drop that off and 2 to move there, which makes more sense. I don't think it really matters because he's going to move to there to build a road there, but whatever. So, all right. Hey, Tom. All right. So, I'm done mulliganing. So, produce. All right. Nothing. Yes. Produce. Yes. Don't mind if we do. Raft Factory 2 gets a raft on the shore. You betcha. Let's go and bust out a raft. Yay, we have a raft. Whoop. There we go. We have made a raft collectively. Well done, everybody. There, we got another log. Another baby goose. Baby goose. Sorry to all the parents out there. There we go. Everything is produced. So now let me take it off. I'm on a boat. There. Get off me. There we go. Goose, good. And there. Time to move. Here we go. There. He's moving that there with him. All of them have moved. And these go away when I built the raft. Well, now the raft can move 3 and it can carry 3. I'll come back to the raft. So this is going to move here. Put them on top so we know that that donkey is moved. Then I want to wait to build this to there. Huh. what I'm thinking, this donkey just comes up here to grab the goose again to keep having baby geese. But why? So, hold on. Let's look at this. What are we going to use geese for, right? Well, what are we using geese for? Research is usually what geese are for here. Research, again, has to do with this track right here, okay? And what that's going to allow us to do is either build another shaft in an existing mine. In other words, once you've depleted a mine, be able to remine in a location. To be able to do specialized mines. That's really it. Or to do the wonder. That's all we're using. That's all we're doing geese for. So you know what I think I ought to do, since I got a little bit till I'm building the wonder, right, is this guy is going to come up and carry 2 of the wood with him. Yeah, I think that works out. All right, so all of my donkeys have moved now. Now my raft has not. Now, we need to talk, take a moment, have some tea, first off. Then we're going to talk about how rafts and water movement is different than land movement. All right. Rafts can move 3 and they can carry 3. It is currently on this location, so it can go 1, 2, but then it must dock. When a water vessel docks, even if it has more movement, that's the end of its turn. The end, okay? And when it docks, it basically can load up land stuff, okay? So what I'm thinking we can do is this raft is going to go 1, 2, 3, and dock there. When it docks, it can grab a total of 3 things, but it's just going to grab those 2. And that's the end of its movement. Then this is going to be able to come back and go 1, into the water is 1, 2, 3, and then drop it off there. Okay? So Robert asks, no goose following the donkey home. Now, both of these guys could follow him home if I wanted, but I think I want the geese to hang out here because eventually this is going to be where I use research slash, when I move this there, so let's see, hold on. Wonder, that's 2. There is 3. There is 4. There is 5. No, this is 2, 3. I'm trying to time it to where I have my transport here, the donkey, to be able to produce, spend 5 things to be able to produce there and there for the wonder, right? Because this is going to be wonder turn 2, wonder turn 3, he's there, wonder turn 4, wonder turn 5, and he's not there. But if he stays there, and he brings the goose with him, they'll have a baby, and then he can bring it back. Or, better yet, if they both follow, there's 3. Nope, otherwise it defeats the purpose of having that. No. No, they are not going to follow him home. There you go. All right. Wait, what is that? Hold on. Henry says it's an unclaimed transporter. Oh, shit. Because you got to have a transport there. That is 100% right. Ah, glory to Rome. Yup, you are right. There's a really good lesson there, Henry. Good call. So let's back up. I did produce that raft. But the problem is, when I produced that raft, and there were two here, there was no transport there, right? That just happens. You gotta, when it produces, it's an unclaimed raft. So here's what happens. Those go away, and it becomes a raft that nobody, so the raft goes away. Son of a! Yep, that's right. Yeah! Well, mistakes were made. All right. Everything is moved. Oh, well. Now we're going to build. We're going to build that mine. Oh, son of a. All right. So a mine requires 3 planks and a stone. Okay? And it's going to produce iron or gold. We'll talk about that in just a second. So, all of those go away. And we have a mine. Pick a number. How about number 1? That'll work. We now have a mine there, okay? So now, mines will, let me find it on here. There it is. A normal mine produces 3 gold and 3 iron, okay? Now, in the solo game, this is done in a very particular way. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put 3 gold up here, and we're going to put 3 iron up here. Okay? Normally, in a non-solo game, you would throw those in a cup, or you would turn them face down because they're one-sided, okay? Shuffle them up, and then randomly draw one, and you know that's what's going to be in the mine until the mine is depleted. When a mine is depleted, it's done for the game unless you have gotten this research right here, which allows you to put down another mine shaft, okay, which then does another 3 and 3. If you have already researched one of these two, when you build a mine, it will be either a specialized mine, meaning 4 gold, 4 iron, or a big mine, which is 5 gold and 5 iron. It is your choice depending on which type you have researched. And to be able to research again, you need a paper and 2 geese. However, you need to be careful, kind of like what happened with a raft. If there is no transporter there, when there is a paper and 2 geese, instead of researching, they are used by the game to create more medical, physical, or metaphysical knowledge within the world, but it has no game relevance. In other words, they just disappear, kind of like what happened to my 2 trunks just now. So be aware of that. But to be able to research, to be able to do those things. But, as it is, in the solo game, or if you prefer, a perfect information game, how the solo game handles mines, it's not random. Instead, if there is an even number of gold and iron, the mine will produce a gold when it produces. Because remember, this is an auto producer, just like these guys. It's a primary producer. So the first turn, it's going to produce a gold. Then, if it has more iron than gold, or equal number of gold than iron, it will produce gold or iron respectively, whatever it has the most of. If tied, it produces gold. Okay? All right. So, there we go. So we have built that. We now can build a road here, and we're gonna. So that will go away. So angry at myself at that, but alas, don't want to cry over spilt logs. Okay, we now have a road there. Done. So that's built. No building. Done. No wonder. We could, but I'm not gonna. Because there's a transport and there are at least two things, but not gonna. Done. We are halfway done. Produce. All right. Well, as we just said, equal number of gold and iron, it will produce a gold. So we now know next turn it will produce an iron. Why? Because it has more iron than gold left in it. Okay? All right. So then that will go there. Nope. Not going to produce that. Lessons were learned. That will produce. Nope. And that will produce. Done. So that's done. We will move that off. Done, done. And we now have a gold. Oops. Which technically is worth 10 points. I know it's on here somewhere. Right there. If it's on a transporter, which it could be, it's worth 10 points. Not gonna... I guess I can, because technically we own the 10 points right now. So we're at 30. Okay? Yep, I just screwed up. It happens. All right. So we are done producing. Now we're going to move. Okay. That's going to stay there. Not going to make that mistake again. Okay, so now that we have a gold, what are we going to do with the gold? So the gold is going to be an input for a mint. And we need to be able to build a mint to be able to build a stock exchange. See the output of the mint there. Okay, so we need a gold to produce as an input to the mint. So we need to get that where the mint is going to go. Where is the mint going to go? I don't know yet. Let's see. Well, we know that we need fuel. Fuel can be produced there or there at a coal burner. To be honest with you, I think the oil rig makes more sense. So the oil rig needs to be out at sea. The problem is the oil rig requires 4 things to build it. A raft can only carry 3, so I'm going to need 2 rafts to hang out in the middle of the ocean to be able to build that oil rig. Okay? But the gold, where do I want the gold? So if the oil rig is going to be built here, so again, let's kind of work through this. If the oil rig's going to be built there, so I have oil for fuel, I have gold, I need paper. To be able to build a paper mill, can be built anywhere. I could do a paper mill there. I could do a paper mill there. And where do I build the mint? I think one of these is a mint and one of these is the paper mill. Then that could be the stock exchange. And the stock exchange needs paper, and I think that's it. I think those 4 places, right? And possibly a second mine here, if we have enough time. Whew. So the question is, what's going to be there? I think that can be the mint. So if that's going to be a mint, then I can move the gold there. Ultimately, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'll take one of the donkeys. Well, hold on. So the stone for the oil rig is there. And I need 3 planks. That's 1, 2. So I need to get the oil rig going as soon as possible. So that's going to become a raft. That will come there and do what I was talking about. This guy is going to make his way over there, I think. That donkey, after he goes, will go there, there. So I think this donkey is going to go 1, 2. There. That's done. So those 2 are done. This donkey is going to come over there. Done. So these guys, one of them is going to come there and drop that off. And then might as well move there. And I think that other donkey just hangs out? I guess so. Oh, actually, wait, no. He'll move this down here. Yeah, it makes sense to build the mint here between the 2 mines because it requires more gold. Yeah, Yep, good call, Peter. Yep. All right, hey, Brian. Yep, done. Final answer. So there we go. Everybody is moved. Build. No, no, no. No, I don't think. What is that stone going for? That stone is to build a road over there, I think. Because that's about to produce for the oil rig over there. I think so. So no building this turn. Yep. And no wonder. Produce. No, yes. So this will produce an iron. So there we go, produced. That will produce a stone. This, finally, now I have a raft. Damn it. Grr. That will go away because there's a transport there. Ugh. There, produce there. No babies because shy. Done. That's all the production. And now moving. He'll move there. So hold on. He has not moved yet. So that's the only one that's done anything. Damn it. Trying to get... Yep, it's not going to be exactly how I want, but he's going to come back here. Yeah, the timing of it is just bad. That doesn't work. So he's done. He's done. All right. Now the raft is going to go 1. Oop, Hold on 1 second. Yep. Or, wait a minute. This goose should have followed him over there, but oh well. Yeah, we're just gonna, yeah, I just, mistakes are made. Done. That's why I wanted to look up for the raft real quick. Yeah, you don't have to dock on a river. So he is going to go, or undock as it were. So 1, 2, 3 and dock, and he's going to pick up 3 of these. Done, done, done. The hell am I going to, that's, oh, what do I do with that stone? He is going to move here, so he's done. So I have those 2 donkeys left. He builds the road there. What do I do with those 2 donkeys? Because once the raft is there, then it can build another raft. No, Robert, you don't lose the donkey. I don't believe you do. Because you do for a wagon, you lose the donkey, but not for a raft. Okay. All right, so now you know what? I'm going to need to move a stone over here, and I got a couple turns, so I might as well build the road. So that donkey is going to come over 1, 2 to come over there. So those guys are done. He's the only one that hasn't moved. I don't know what to do with him. So if this is going to be the mint, this is going to be the sawmill. Then I think he moves to be able to get a couple more. Yes, there you go. He'll move there, done. That's all the movement. Now we're going to produce. No. No, I'm sorry, build, not produce. Woo. All right, build. No. Yes, we're going to build a road here. So this stone will go away. That road will come over there. No build, no build. Yes, that's going to be another road. So that stone goes away. No build. No build. We're done. Wonder. It's not ideal, but there and there will go away to be able to get our another 10 points. And then the game will build 1. New round. All right. That's really good tea. All right. Produce. Nothing. The mine, it's equal, so the gold will get produced. That's done. Produce a stone. Nothing. Nothing. Produce a trunk. Nope, because there's a donkey here and they're shy. Nope, because there's other stuff here, but this will get produced. Done. Now movement. We'll start with the raft. Undock 1, 2, 3. So that's done. Standing up on its edge. Okay? So then I think we can get 20 more points out of the Wonder. So this guy's just kind of hanging out at this point. He's got a while. So I think he's just going to come up here. So he's done. This donkey is going to go boop, boop, and come back and load up 2 for more planks. As is this guy. Boop, boop. So all of these guys here have all moved. They have not. All right, to be able to build a mint, I need 2 planks and a stone. Well, we'll go and move one of these guys over to there. What am I going to use iron for? I don't have a use for iron. So if you take a look for inputs, the only thing that needs iron are truck factories, which we don't need, or a steamer factory, which realistically, there's just no way we're going to have time to build that. So I think, honestly, I think iron's kind of wasted unless we want to be able to get another a new shaft, which that might actually be viable. That might be what we use the iron for. So that has to be, I need to look that up. Where does that need to come from whenever you research? Let me see, producing research, it's 2 geese in a paper. I believe it's where the mine is. So I actually want to leave that there. Okay. So what the hell am I doing with that donkey? I think he just comes over and hangs out for right now. I think so. So again, mint, paper mill. Paper mill requires a stone and a plank. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we do. All right. Yes, geese can follow in the water. That's a fair point. But why do I want that? Oh yeah, iron can be used as an input for the Wonder. That's a fair point. Yeah, okay, so if that's the case, then that donkey will have brought that here. Good call. Yeah, the geese in the paper because it vaporizes, I understand. All right, so that's all our moving. Build. No, 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 no. No, 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 no building. Done. Wonder. Nope. 7 turns left. Produce. Nothing. Here is an iron. Produce another stone. Here, because there's a raft, we're going to produce another raft. So those will go away. Oops. Grab a... there. Here, one of those will be for a raft and one will be for planks. So we're going to use both of these to make more planks. So there's 2. So it's going to be a total of 4 planks built here or produced there. Okay. That's going to become another raft over there. This produces there. These have a baby goose. They have resources here, so the geese see the wood and they're like, the wood might have eyes, so we're not going to have babies. Done. There we go. Okay. Done. Transport. All right. So we need a mint and we need a paper mill. All right. The oil rig is the priority. All right. So I need, for the oil rig, we need 3 planks and a stone. That's the priority. 3 planks and a stone. 3 planks. 1, to pick up the 3 planks. 2, 3. Good. One, bringing this, dropping that off. It's on the north side. That's 1. It doesn't matter. Grab these 2. 2, drop those off. And 3, pick up one of those stones for there. That's going to be for the oil rig. So the oil rig's here. The mint hold on. He will have also picked that up, and he's going to pick that up because that's also going to go oil rig and mint. Yes, I like that. All right, so those guys have moved. That's it. I think, right? No other donkeys have moved? No donkeys yet, I believe. Paper mill is going to require a plank and a stone. Well, I'm not going to make that mistake. Don't worry. The hell are we trying to do now? Paper mill is a plank and a stone. The stone will go there. The plank's got to come from there. So if that's the case, I got plenty of donkeys over here to do. So what the hell are we doing? Okay. One of the donkeys needs to end up right here. So, you know what? Let's do this. This donkey is going to go 1, there, there. He's going to drop these off. And then he's going to just continue on over there. So he is done. I got a while till I got to worry about a wonder. So that's good. Then one of these guys is going to go 1, 2, and he's going to bring the iron. It's not super efficient, I realize, but I got so many transports at this point. So he'll go 1, 2 to be able to come over there. So he's done, and he's probably going to load up that. So what are these two dudes doing? You know what? Actually, he's going to go 1, 2, and come back and grab this. Because if this is going to be the paper mill, and then, but how do I get, I should have, yep, Robert, you were right. I should have had the geese follow. Damn it. Oh well, mistakes were made. So he is going to go just 1. That's everybody moving. Build. No, 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 no. Yes. So that's going to be another raft. There's a donkey here, so we're safe. Damn it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are at our limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. So we're at our limit completely and totally here. Okay. So, damn it, that's build, not produce. Sorry. Whoop, not yet. That's coming. Build. No, 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 no build. No wonder. There we go. Now we produce. Here we go. Nothing. Yes, they're even, so the gold comes over and goes there. So that is going to get loaded up onto the donkey as well. No, yes, another stone. Here, now our raft comes in. Done. Here, how many do we want to produce? Do I need a 4th raft? I cannot get a 4th raft. I can, but I would have to lose one of my donkeys. I think it makes more sense to make the planks. So I'm going to use 3 of these to make 6 planks. And there's 6 planks. Produced, has not. No babies, no babies. There we go. Done. All right. Time to move. Here we go. This guy's dropping off the gold. So we should be at 10, 20, 30. We should be at 60 points right now. Because 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay. So he is done. These guys. There. And there. And let me double check on the oil rig for building. You have to carry all the required goods on your transport to build it, and it's got to basically hang out. So they're done moving. So good, good. This guy. All right. So mine here is going to need a mint, is going to need a stone and 2 planks, which is going to come from this stuff, right? Because the oil rig 3, so I need 5. I am 1 short. So I need 1 plank here. I need a plank here. So this guy is going to go 1. There, and then a stock market here, I think, maybe. And the stock exchange is going to be stone. So paper, mill, oil rig. And I don't need any more planks for that. But you know what? Getting rid of a donkey and picking up another raft, I think, is probably... Oh, that's a good point. Hold on. These guys were here, right? The rafts? They can go 1. No, once they drop off, they're docked. So no, he cannot. He cannot move there, drop off, and then come back out. Cannot, Martha. Yeah, I know, Cole. Sorry. The roads are lacking this stream. I'm sorry. So, done moving, done moving. Oh, that's what I was going to look up. Can you replace? I believe you can, right? When you produce. Transporter that is currently at a transporter factory can be put out of use. All right. So, we're going to load up 3. Check that. Oh boy, hold on. We're going to, so he moved 1. This is going to come back 2 and going to come back 3. Done, done, done. Okay. Yep. This donkey is going to go 1, 2, and on the way he will have picked that up from him. He's done moving. So I still got these 3 to move. And to be able to build a stock exchange, I need 3 stone. So this guy is going to move over here. He's done, because he's going to build a bridge. All of them are done. I have these guys left now. He'll move there. The hell do I do with that other donkey? Need stone here for the stock exchange. The mint is covered. The paper mill is covered. But the inputs, they're good. And then I'm going to need some of this stuff for input for the paper mill. There we go. So they will get onto him. And he's done with transport. All right. Woo! Let's build. No, no, yes. Oil rig. And the oil rig requires 3 planks and a stone. Ah, son of a... Ah! Got to have researched. I forgot for the oil rig. It says it right here. See it? See? Research. I forgot about that. So, oh, son of a... Okay. So because of that, slight mulligan, since I can't build the oil rig yet, he will have actually docked. And he's going to build the mint instead. So that's going to be... Actually, they both can dock, because it doesn't matter. So it's going to be... I did it in the wrong order is the problem. So the mint is going to be 2 planks and a stone. Damn it. So we build a mint. Can't do anything with the mint yet, but it looks pretty, so we're going to build it. And that's going to be here. And the mint looks like this guy. Okay? So we have a mint now. So those 3 planks and a stone. Order of operations matters for those scoring at home. All right, well, then if that's the case, then we can load this up onto just 1 raft for now. And we need 2 more planks. Here come the 2 more planks. But we need to get a paper mill going ASAP, which is going to be what that raft will come over here and build it next turn. And then those 2 planks can come over. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. Okay? So, yeah, it's not the end of the world. So we built here. No building here. No building. No building. No building. No, we're done building. Wonder. None. 5 turns left. Produce. Now the mint, I would love to be able to produce 40 points worth of coins. Alas, I cannot because it requires 2 coins and fuel, which we don't have fuel yet because we don't have a damn oil rig. So, that's all right. So produce. Final iron. This mine is tapped. It will not produce anything else. So we're just going to flip that over to show. That's all she wrote. Okay? So produce stone. This is going to produce another raft. So that's going to be there and there. But we have too many. So this is at a factory. So this donkey must go away because it's at the factory. That's the only time you're allowed to do so. But there we go. So now we're still at 8. We're good to go there. No produce. Produce there. No babies. No babies. Produce. There's production. Now we're going to move. Okay. All right. Paper mill. This guy's going to move 1, 2, and drop these off. That's going to be for the paper mill. So that's moved. Then, to be able to produce a paper, one, 2, and that's going to be dropped off. 2 of those are going to be dropped off. And that guy's moved. So that is for our paper mill. We have our mint. I'm pretty sure somebody's already mapped it out to where I can't do a second stock exchange or a second stock certificate, but I need more gold. So to be able to do a mine is 3 planks and a stone. Okay. But I got to get geese over here for the paper. One, 2, 3. That's moved. For the mine, I need 3 planks and a stone. 1, 2. Grab that. I guess I could grab it on the way out, yeah, it doesn't matter. And then 3 goes there, so that's moved. Has not moved yet. 1, 2. He'll grab the iron. Done. All of those are done. He has not yet. The hell's he going to do? We need to be able to build the stock exchange, right? The stock exchange is 3 stone. There's 1, so I'll just let it produce. Then it'll be 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's good. That'll work. So, the hell does the donkey do? Let's go ahead and have him come empty-handed, but come over here. That guy has not moved yet, has he? I think the donkey with the 2 planks has not moved yet. So if that's, assuming that's right, then he's going to move 1, 2 to move there. That's all the movement. Build. No, no, yes. We're going to build a paper mill there. The paper mill is going to be a stone and a plank there. So a stone and a plank goes away. And we have our first paper mill. Because I did this stuff in the wrong order. That goes there. That's technically on... It doesn't matter. There's no river. All right, that's right. All right, so that's done. Built. No build. No build. This guy is there. So that can lay down now. No build. No. No build. Okay. 4 turns left. Oh, wait, did I miss something? Sorry. Paid an extra plank for my mint, did I? All right. So there, so if that's the case, what would I do with this plank? This would have been on the ship. That's fine. Thank you. All right, yeah, I saw it a little late, sorry. All right. All right, cool. So, produce. No, no. Paper. Will produce. Paper mill, any 2 wood products produces a paper. A maximum of 1, notice. So, FYI, I have 4 there, but alas, I can only produce 1 paper. I really wish I could produce 2, but alas, I cannot. So that'll be 2 planks, and we have a paper. Done. So produced. Produce here. Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Move. All right. Hey, Tails. All right. Whew. Now we have a paper. We need to get the geese there as soon as possible. These 2 geese, and might as well throw wood on there. And they're going to go 1, undock, right? 2, 3 into here. So that's done. I'm going to get everything off of guys so I know who's moved and who hasn't. All right. If it has something on it, it's moved. So there we go. So the oil rig. Oh, wait a minute. I can do research anywhere, right? Let's save a turn. Let's grab the paper on one of those. And then he will go undock 1, 2, 3. And the next production then we will have research there, okay? I guess oh, that's a good point. The geese will follow. So they are actually here. They don't have to be on the raft. Thank you. So that means these guys will have gotten that 3 wood to go onto there. Do I need more planks for anything? A moment. I don't for stock exchange. I don't for a mint. The paper mill can be any kind. And the oil rig just produces a coal. So, no. All right. So, oh, leave that on there because it moved. All right. So now, I need this guy will move out here with these 2 planks. This guy will move with the stone and move 1 and pick up one of those planks, 2 and stop. Because that's 3 planks and a stone for the oil rig. That's done. The iron, 1, 2, with this guy. That was useless. Okay. Oh, shit. That's right. I need one more mine ASAP, don't I? Okay. We'll see what we can do. So the mine's going to be 3 planks and a stone. That's 1 plank he will have brought with him, because they can carry 3. And then that guy came 1, 2, 3. He could have grabbed one of these stone as well. So there. 3 planks and a stone. So here, onto there, we'll go 1, 2. He's done. So there's for the mine. Okay. He hasn't done anything yet. I need 5 things here. Doesn't matter what they are. These 2 will go on to the donkey and go there. So I have this donkey left to move. I can't use the stone. Ooh, it's going to be tight. If I'm able to make the certificate, it'll be at the last round. What do I do with that other donkey? So at the mint, I need 2 stone. Nope, wait, it's a max. Oh, I think I'm going to be screwed, aren't I? Oh, God. Oh, that's all right. That other donkey is going to come over here. 1, 2, and go there. Done. Build. No, no. Not yet. No, no, no. Because it's produce research. It's not build research. No, 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 no. We're done. All right, produce. No. 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 Not yet. We're coming. All right, produce. Here is a stone. Produce. Research. Here we go. So we have paper, and we have 2 geese, and we have a transporter. They are not alone. So we have now produced research to be able to build a damn oil rig. There. Finally. Hallelujah. Done. No. Yes. No. Yes. We're done with production. Move. All right. These guys can't move. They're done. This guy is going to be moving for the mine to bring the gold over. So he's just there, so he's done. Done, done. This guy, I need 2 pieces of wood. So I need, what do I need paper for? For the stock exchange, right? So 1, 2, 3, he's done. This guy hasn't moved yet. 1, 2, 3, right? He was there. 1, 2, and dock. And what the hell is that for? Nope, that's for the paper mill. Okay, I got it backwards. Hold on. This guy is going there for the paper mill. That will produce a paper. So what the hell do I have on these guys? So for the mine, a plank and a stone. So I need 2 more planks. Oh God. Am I a plank short? Oh. Okay, so let's see. So the oil rig, I need 3 planks and a stone. And then for, the hell am I doing? The mine, that's it. I need 3 planks and a stone. So both of those, I need 6 planks and 2 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. Oh, this is getting intense. Those rafts are done. We'll have dropped that off and picked that up instead. This donkey will go 1, 2. So I have this donkey still to go. So he would have dropped it off there, so might as well bring that there. So he's done. This is all wasted. Damn it. Yeah, I really don't see anything to do with that donkey right here. I mean, can drop that stuff off. No, he's going to stay there, so because that's the wonder. Done. All right, build. Here we go. No, no, yes, finally. For the love of Christ. There we go. Oil rig. We have research for it. 3 planks and a stone. 2 planks. 3 planks and a stone. An oil rig. It's not much to look at, but it finally exists. And one of these is on one of the rafts. Okay. Built. No, 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 no. We're done building. Wonder. There's 5 things there. 2 for the first, 3 for the second. All right. So it's going to be 1, 2. It's another 20 points. All right. Produce. No, no. Oil rig. Yes. Finally, for the love of all that's good and holy, we have fuel. And what is fuel for? Fuel is going to be to the mint. That'll go there. Produce, produce, produce. The paper mill will produce, with those 2, we'll produce a paper, which will go on there. So these will go away. Done. Done. There. Another stone. No. Yes. All 3 of these will produce 6 planks. 2, 4, 6. There. Produce there. No. Oh, all these went away, by the way. Whoop. There we go. And produce. Done. Move. Oh. All right. So here we go. I have paper, I have fuel, I have all this stuff that I need now, right? Still not there, but at the mint, I need a fuel and 2 coins to make a big coin. So, I need to move a fuel down to where the mint is. So, this will go 1 out here in the middle of the water. He'll drop off the plank onto that. That's 1. He'll grab the fuel and go 2 to put that there. So this guy is done. The donkey is going to move there. He's done. This paper is going to go hold on. Oh, I think I'm 1 turn short for the stock. Oh God, am I? You know what? The paper will have stayed there. Never mind. When he did that. So he will go 1, pick up all 3 stone. Two, 3. He'll end up there. All of them have moved. Three planks onto this raft. We'll go 1, 2, 3 out there. I don't think it matters, but I don't know if that raft has moved, but that's, like I said, it doesn't matter. This donkey will go there. This donkey will go there. That donkey, I might be able to squeeze out another 10 points out of that. We'll grab 2 of these and move that over here. Done. Okay. Build. No. No. Nobody's building. Yep. Wonder. Penultimate turn. Or this is the final turn, I should say. And yeah, I'm one turn short. Oh well. All right, produce. No. Here, this will produce. Yeah, I'm definitely a turn short, maybe even two. So there, so it's going to produce a 40 points, so I turn 20 into 40, so I gain 20 points out of that. So two of these go away. Yeah, I'm a turn short. Two of those go away, and that becomes a big coin, so that's going to be another 20 points. No. Hey, look, another fuel. It's just laughing at me at this point. There. No. Yes. Although it's moot. There. No. No. Yes. No. One here. All right, move. That goes here. That goes here. That goes here. The fuel will go 1, 2, and come back and drop that off there because I'm one coin short. Yeah, I'm easily a turn short, if not more. He'll move 2 over there. He'll move 2 over there. Yeah, no, it's ugly. That's everybody moving. So build. I can build a stock exchange to show you guys what it would have looked like. That's what a stock exchange looks like. And it requires a paper and 2 of the big boy coins to get a share. There you go. All right. No, I built this. Pretty sure I did, didn't I? All right. So build here, we're going to build another mine. And a mine here will be 3 planks and a stone. And that would have been 3 gold. Well, it will be, I mean, there. So that's built. That's it. And the wonder, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is enough for 2, but it doesn't matter because I already had it. And that triggers the end of the game. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so just to verify our score here, we have 10 for every row that we're in. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 on a transport, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yep, that's our score. Oof, that was ugly, wasn't it? Yeah, classic Dan. This game hard. It is. Plus running the stream, it's really hard to plan out this far in advance and do everything. So yeah, that's all right. Oh, all right. Fair enough. Did I miss anybody? Hold on. Making sure I didn't miss any new patrons. Hold on. Did I? No, but Daniel did bump his support, so thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. So there you go. That's Roads and Boats. Like mechanically, like rules-wise, this is not a hard game. It's really not. It is all about logistics and all about planning, 100%. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's all about efficiency, right? And the goal was 295. I scored 100. I mean, I was right there. On a serious note, if I had not made some of the mistakes, still some, right? If I'd gotten a stock certificate, it would have gone from, so it would have been, basically I would have gotten another 40 points. No, another 20 for the coins. So take, oh God, at about 100 points. So I would have gotten about 200, thereabouts. Because every coin you produce is 10. Every, group of coins is 40, but it costs 20 to build that, so you actually only net 20. And then to build a stock certificate requires 2 of the groups of coins, which are 40 apiece, so you're netting 40 from on top of that, all right? So yeah, there you go. It's a good game. It's an amazing game. It's just, it's hard, right? And as you guys can see, like the deserts never even, well, I guess I got close at the end of the game, but never got close to the deserts actually producing that. And again, I've never played solo, I've never played this map, so I don't know how good the map is. I can't speak to that. But yeah. My goal was to show you guys how to play it. I showed you how to play it pretty well, I think. Well, no. I showed you mechanically how to play it, maybe not how to play it well. Showed you how not to play it well. I think there's merit and value in that. Yeah, there you go. Roads and Boats. So I think I will do this next month as well in July, and I will do the game of the month. There's a solo game of the month competition. It's all friendly. It's not. I don't think it's actually for anything. It doesn't matter. On BGG. So I think it's Ethan Millay that does that. So whatever he does for July, the day I stream it, hopefully if you guys have a copy of the game, we can do this simultaneously. I think that'll be fun. There you go. Yeah, Anson says, ideally you get 2 stocks and about a 40 to 50 wonder score. Yep, sounds about right. That would be the goal because the stocks are 120 apiece. 2 of those would be 240. Checks out, right? Makes sense. So, it's all right. Now I have my Portland breakfast tea to enjoy. It's 3 hours with teaching, walking through. I'm happy with that. I'm totally fine with that. Piece of the Action says, I distracted them from their job for 2 hours. Success. There you go. If you can't serve as an example, serve as a warning. I live by that, right? William asks, are there actual road pieces? Yeah, right here. You draw. I mean, how many games do you get to draw on? I mean, seriously, right? I mean, it comes with plastic, although my table has a built-in plastic piece here. So yeah, there you go. And for the, I'm here, to have a little bit of fun. Normally I wouldn't do this, but zoom this out. Let me show you guys the actual size of the box, proper, like, there you go. It is a big box, okay? A lot of people with the etc. will use 2 of these. So one for the base stuff, which is what this is, and then I put a bunch on here to lay it out for you guys, and then I was just using this stuff here for that. But 2 of those for etc. And let me show you guys, since it's just a mess, but this is the etc. As you can see, I've never played with it. It's got airplanes, it's got all kinds of stuff here. But yeah, I've never played with it, but at least in the June game of the month on BGG, it used it, and I wanted to at least get one since the last time we did this was down in the basement. So there we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good way to put it. Boom Dodger, or Doger? Boom Dodger. Well, you get the idea. That was really interesting. Might have to try and play this one. Splatter games are such a joyous pain. That's you got to have some level of masochist to enjoy a Splotter. And let's face it, most of you yahoos out there do, as do I. So there you go. Wow, I heard a lot of people didn't like this. You know what? That's fine. So be it. It's not for you. Okay, not a problem. And Anson says, key concept is always double mints in turn 16 and 17 to produce 4 coins. In turn 19, produce 2 stocks. Well, there you go. That's the goal. And then work backwards from there. So there you go. Is it more fiddly than Antiquity? No, I don't think so. There are, I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of chits, right? There's all of these, there's all of those and all that stuff. But the thing is you notice, I mean, yes, tweezers do help with this. I mean, I have big fingers, but tweezers help, but it's fiddly a little bit, but I mean, it's a handful of chits. Whereas with Antiquity, it's just covered in graves and in pollution especially. So no, I would say Antiquity is more fiddly, but I don't mind that. I mean, you're also talking to a guy who loves Masters of Venice, which is incredibly fiddly and amazing. So there you go. William says, rank your favorite Splotters. All right, let me, nice thing is I can write this down. So you got Food Chain, you have Roads and Boats. You notice you can abbreviate almost all these: FCM, RMB, TGZ for Great Zimbabwe, Indonesia, you can't, but Indo, whatever. What else? Antiquity. And there's Duck Dealer, but I haven't played it. And what's the other? Oh God, the 80s XS game. I can pick Greed Inc. Oh, and Bus. All right. On any given day, I think, yeah, to me, Antiquity is going to be my favorite Splotter. I love Civ games, but so that's going to be my number one, would be Antiquity. And then, depends on my mood, depends on the day of the week. You can make a case for the Great Zimbabwe, Roads and Boats, Food Chain, those would be my number 2, 3, 4. Indonesia next, and then Bus and then Greed Inc. I've only played Greed Inc. once though. Now that's not a slight on Indonesia. I think Indonesia has one of the best mechanisms that exist out there, which is the merger mechanic, and I think that is wonderful. I'm still shocked no other game has used that. However, I feel like Indonesia, the operations side of it is tedious to me, and that's why, but I love Indonesia. Keep that in mind. So when I say tedious, put it in air quotes, okay? But yeah, I have Food Chain, Magnet, Roads and Boats, and Great Zimbabwe, and you put a gun to my head, I would say Antiquity, and then Roads and Boats / Great Zimbabwe would be my number 2, number 3, and then probably Food Chain, Magnet 4, Indonesia 5, Bus 6, and Greed Inc. 7. But at any given day, I'm down for these as long as my brain can handle it. So there you go. So yeah, that's it. But again, I mean, I just listed what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 amazing games. And they have nothing in common with one another, which is ridiculous, right? That's a credit to Splotter. So there you go. Yeah, so Scott says, I've been meaning to do another Roads and Boats stream, make up for my poor play in the first one. Trust me, I feel you on that. Says he might try this map. Go for it. You can't do worse than I did. So think of it that way. There you go. So there you go. That's Roads and Boats. And you guys got to see roads and rafts. Maybe not boats, but you get the idea. All right. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumb. Subscribe. Support the show. PledgeHC.com, which, on that note, hey, I was gonna be a little sad we didn't get at least one on the stream. So, what we got? Daniel, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Cheers. Thank you very much. PledgeHC.com. If you think this is worth $1 or $2 a month, I certainly would appreciate it. If not, fine, don't. It's free world. Do what you want. Okay? Cool. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll be back when? I did the weekly look ahead earlier this week. When did I say it? I did. Hold on. Let's look at this. What do we got? Friday. Dinosaur table battles. Me and Jess. It's supposed to be anyway. 7 p.m. Friday. By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but if you haven't, seriously. I mean, she's J-Rex for a reason, so dinosaur table battles, right? There you go. Thanks again to the kids for the hysterical Father's Day gift. And yeah, there you go. Cool. Oh, I guess Daniel is a piece of the action, so thank you. All right, cool. Have a great one, guys. I'm going to go chill for a little bit. This is mentally exhausting, in a good way, though. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys Friday evening. And then Saturday, I have an interview, conversation with Heavy Cardboard with Hugh Manker of Ion Game Design. And then Sunday, 1862. Gulp. All right, cool. I will see you guys Friday. All right, have a great one. Be kind to one another. Continue wearing your mask, social distance, do all that stuff. But above all, be kind to one another. I'll catch y'all later. Bye, guys. Thanks. I mean, 100's close to 295, right? I mean, like, the difference between 100 years and 295 years, geologically speaking, is a blink of an eye. It's like right next to one another. So, yeah, it was close. Oof.